Oh, we should be live.
Yay! All right. Yes.
Right.
Hello and welcome to a Saturday stream. We had talked about we were going to do Starfinder today. That didn't quite come together because we don't have enough players. As you can see, there's only 4 of us, and Jacob would be the DM. But we did get all of our characters rolled. We made our starship, which is called the Rift.
Karmic Rift.
Karmic Rift. It is Harrison's android's starship. And actually, this is amazing. What is your character's name?
Oh man, fuck. It was like I had the character sheet over there.
This is amazing.
It's like 108 Indigo Stars Scour the Universe is the name.
How cool is that? That's amazing.
Good name.
Indigo Stars for short.
Yeah, that was the exact name.
But
of course, you know the exact name.
Indigo Stars.
Props here. Oh, I was gonna say. Is a reference to a webcomic, which is pretty good, which I don't know if you want to advertise on the show, in which case I won't, but it's good, and if you know what it is, like, you know.
Then you know, and you're cool, and Harrison's like all about it.
If you know what it is, props to you.
So we got that out of the way. We'll be looking to do that in some of the coming weeks, but for now, we decided to introduce these guys to Sentinels of the Multiverse. So as you can see, we've got that laid out. I am playing Tempest, lots of cold and storm and lightning damage.
I am playing Ra, who is a fire person who was an archaeologist who then went to Egypt and stole their things and now becomes a sun fire person.
Excellent example of rewarding bad behavior.
He Elgin marbled.
Yeah.
Yep.
Egyptian
exactly
mythology.
It says unambiguously he's from the US too. So
okay, so you didn't work for the British Museum.
At least there's that.
William?
Batman.
Characteristically, William is playing Wraith, who is basically Batman.
Wraith.
She doesn't actually have any superpowers. She's not, I don't think, extremely wealthy. She's just incredibly good at martial arts. She is a spirit of vengeance. Kind of a badass.
This is like some. Sorry, you.
And then I'm playing Frozone or Absolute Zero. In other words, Iceman and Iceman cometh. Yeah, pretty much.
Harrison, you were saying?
I was gonna say this is like so much more excusable than Batman, who has like the resources to fight poverty, but like
right. Yeah. Okay, so I guess this is much more of a Daredevil situation.
Oh yeah.
Daredevil.
Too many syllables.
No. Batman's also good.
Batman.
Right. So those are the heroes that we'll be playing. We will be facing off against Baron Blade, one of the difficulty 1 heroes.
Baron Blade.
He starts in play with
villains.
A mobile. Yes, thank you, villains. He starts in play with a mobile defense platform, which has 10 health and prevents him from being attacked. So that kind of blows. But once we get through that, we'll attack him, and we're currently facing off against him at the Wagner Mars base, which is interesting now that I think about it, because his victory condition is that his beam pulls the Earth into the moon.
Is it like?
But we're not even on Earth. Like, logistically, this is very difficult.
Oh, he didn't want to be on the Earth when it gets pulled into the moon.
That's fair. No, that's a good point. All right. So,
everyone.
Without further ado, here we go. Villain phase. At the start of his turn, he has no effects that are going to trigger. So he's going to flip over his first card, which is Living Force Field. Ongoing, reduce damage dealt to Baron Blade by 1. That's not super bad, considering that we currently can't deal any damage to him at all. Yeah, look at that.
There you go.
There you go. We've got these little rectangular...
Batman smart.
Batman smart. Batman smart.
Reminder texts, so we can now see that damage dealt to Baron Blade is reduced by 1. Now it's my turn. I have a chance to play a card. That card is going to be Grievous Hailstorm.
Technically.
There you go. Damage taken. I'm going to play Grievous Hailstorm, which is an ongoing card that gives me a power. I deal each non-hero target 2 cold damage. I will now activate that power because it's better than my regular power that deals 1 projectile damage. So Baron Blade would take 1 damage, but he takes no damage, and instead, the mobile defense platform...
Well, it's every non-hero, right? Oh. Well,
right, exactly. So, yeah. It would have damaged both of them, except it can't damage Baron Blade. And that's my... Oh, and then I draw a card, and it's Harrison's turn.
Yeah. I am playing the one-shot fire blast attack.
Okay. What's it do?
It just does 5 fire damage. So 4. Is that not? Oh no. It's pretty sad.
I mean, that's
that's pretty
more
good,
damage than me.
especially
That's pretty
for the
effective.
first round. Yeah.
That was half of its health in a single chunk.
So draw one, then play, correct?
No. Play a card.
Play a card.
Then use a power. Then draw a card.
Batman, Battering, Wraith Ring.
Batman, Bat Shark Repellent Spray.
Deals 1 target 3 projectile damage.
Okay, alright, shit. So the mobile defense platform is now gone.
Batman.
Yeah.
I'm going to move this up here. And this goes to the discard pile. Which we... Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm going to move that up there then.
Now, what's the victory condition for the moon? Is that?
Victory condition. So this is the environment deck. It doesn't actually have a victory condition. It just puts things into play that might be beneficial to us or might be hazardous.
I was talking about his victory condition.
Oh, his victory condition. When there are 15 cards in his trash at the start of his turn.
At the discard, in the discard
pile. In his discard pile,
okay,
yes.
Yeah.
So presumably he has stuff that like adds extra stuff to his trash, but I imagine there are also cards that like in his deck that give us ways to remove trash from his deck.
Anyways.
Yeah.
These are environment decks, by the way.
No, these are hero decks.
What are the environment decks?
That's this right here.
Okay, gotcha.
We have the Mars base. Things will be happening in the base as we play.
Right. So there's probably some robots involved. There might be like a gravity thing. Who knows?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then so William, you played a card.
Yeah, and did the power, right?
And is that a? It's an equipment card. Oh,
yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, and then you did the power, and then you drew your card.
Yep.
Cool. So Jacob, go ahead.
Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead.
So yeah, this is in play. This is in the trash.
I have a lot of cards.
Or actually, you know what? Here we go. To make this clear, we're gonna put this here, and the trash is gonna live up here.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna play this one shot. You may draw a card. Search your deck for a module card and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. So, do I draw a card, then search, and then?
Yes.
Okay.
You draw a card, then you search your deck for a card, put it into your hand, and then you may additionally play a card.
Okay, cool.
It's a really good card.
Yeah.
That you just played.
So that is a very good early game card.
Right, yeah, because now it helps you get online. You're like, I have more cards in hand.
Yeah.
I have capacities that I can do shit with. Very useful.
That could be interesting. So the interesting part about Absolute Zero is that he does a lot of damage to himself. And I need to figure out a way to convert that damage to someone else. So.
Seems like the type of thing you would want to do, yes.
Yep. Let's see. Could do that. Yep, that's the one.
Cool. And then you can play it, I assume.
Yes, I can. Alright, let's see, what have I got? I've got lots of modules, so I'm just going to go ahead and play Null Point Calibration Unit. When Absolute Zero would take cold damage, he regains that many hit points instead.
Alright, yeah, that's pretty good.
So, yeah, the fact that I can deal myself 1 fire damage or 1 cold damage makes that...
Means that you can now heal yourself 1 hit point.
Yes, exactly.
You have a power to use.
Yeah, I'm not going to use any powers.
Alright, you may forego that and draw a card.
Yep. Cool.
Now we do the environment phase. So, environment deck flips to reveal Pervasive Red Dust. Oh, hey, you're in this one.
Oh, there we go.
At the end of the environment turn, destroy equipment cards equal to the number of heroes in play. At the start of the environment turn, if each player discards 1 card, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, each player may put 1 equipment card from their trash into play.
So when
Okay.
does the destroying of equipment
The
cards
destroying of the equipment cards happens as soon as the environment turn ends. So right now, basically.
happen? Okay.
And then at the start of the next environment turn, we can each discard a card. If we do, everyone gets to take one environment card from their trash and put it into play.
Or one equipment card.
Yes, I said environment card. I apologize.
Alright, so everyone gets to destroy an equipment card.
Batman or like.
Yep, I don't have any equipment cards in play. So, Baron Blade. Baron Blade has no start of turn effects. So we flip. Consider the price of victory. One shot. Each player discards one card. Baron Blade deals each hero target 2 sonic damage. Discard X cards from the top of the villain deck, where X equals the number of hero cards discarded this turn. So,
Sonic
1,
damage.
2, 3, 4. His cards get discarded because we each discard 1. I will discard.
Sorry, though.
So we each have to discard one?
Yes. Reclaim from the
Alrighty.
deep, I think. Oh, and then we each take 2 damage.
Fun.
Good old Baron Blade.
Good old Baron Blade.
Batman no like.
Dealing damage.
Chucking some damage around.
What
Okay.
drives a man to become a Baron?
Apparently Blade.
So, since I'm thinking that
He's
there
cut
may
as a
not
child.
actually be ways for us to get trash out of his cards out of his trash, first of all, does anyone have powers or cards that would allow us to do that?
Yes.
You do.
Environment only, though.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, well then that means we're just going to want to race him down as fast as possible. So, in the interest of doing that, I'm going to play Ball Lightning. Deal 1 target 4 lightning damage. So I deal 3 lightning damage to Baron Blade. And then I may destroy up to 2 ongoing cards, which will be that. So he no longer. No, it's not an ongoing card. So I'm going to get rid of that. And now, whenever we deal damage, we'll deal full damage. So I'm going to activate the Grievous Hailstorm power to deal him 2 damage.
There we go.
And then I draw a card. Go ahead, Aaron.
Well, I play Flame Spike. Oh, I draw cards after that.
Afterwards, yes.
Flame Spike, which is a terrible card that only does 1 damage. Followed by Scorched Earth, which also only does 1 damage because it's number of environment cards in play.
How can you play 2 cards?
Because Flame Spike lets you play that one.
Well, then that's not that bad. Okay.
Okay, so I do 2 damage.
2 more damage?
He has 3.
Well, you did. It was
You
5.
did 1 and then 1.
Yeah.
Oh, 1.
Not 1 and then
Okay.
2.
And then
and you
draw
have a
card.
power?
Oh, I can also do that.
Yes.
Oh, well then I do an additional 2 damage.
There we go.
Alright. 4 damage is respectable.
Mm-hmm.
It's my turn.
That's about how much I dealt.
Yeah.
Okay. Do a throat jab. Wraith deals 1 target, 2 melee damage. The target dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of your next turn.
Useful.
It's a 1-shot and not a power.
Cannot deal damage.
And since I can't do anything else in terms of powers, I'll use my own, which is reduce the next damage that would be dealt to the Wraith by 2.
There you go.
Okay. That should live in there somewhere. Damage
And I'll draw my card.
Oh, it flips.
Yeah.
And so 1 shot goes.
Yep,
away,
1
right?
shot goes straight to your discard pile.
Alrighty. My turn. I'm going to go ahead and play Cold Snap. It is an ongoing power. At the start of my turn, Absolute Zero deals each non-hero target 1 cold damage, but I believe the start of my turn has already passed, so this doesn't affect until next turn. And that's it, because my suit to heal myself was discarded.
Yep.
So I draw my card.
Okay, so now, at the start of the environment turn, if each player discards 1 card, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, each player may put 1 equipment card from their trash into play. If we don't destroy this card, it's going to destroy more equipment.
Did
So-
we discard? Did we already all discard because?
No,
we already all discarded because of the card that he played.
Right. Okay.
Now, if we want
We
to
have
get rid
to-
of this, we have to discard again.
Okay.
I think it's worth it.
I'm thinking it's worth it too. For
So
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna discard Chain Lightning.
I'm
Yeah,
discarding
discard
Cryo
smoke
Chamber.
bombs.
Actually,
Because none of us is that low that we need it, and I'll probably get another one by the time.
I'm gonna discard excavation just because it doesn't seem.
So since everybody has discarded the card, we move Pervasive Red Dust to the trash. Anybody who has an equipment card in their trash and wants to reclaim it may put one into play. I have no equipment in my discard.
I think about just DPS, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll put my
Boomerang.
batarangs back into play.
Your Wraitherang.
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 And then, now that it's into the turn, Oxygen Leak.
Are we
Oh, hey,
supposed
it's
to?
us!
Oh, great.
Are we supposed to refill up to like 4 cards?
Just draw one card.
Just draw
at the
one
end of
card.
your turn.
It's very sad. I think.
Yeah, I'm at 2.
So, Oxygen Leak. Reduce all fire damage by 3. At the end of the environment turn, one player may discard 1 card to destroy this card. At the start of each environment turn, at the start of the environment turn, deal each target X toxic damage, where X is the number of cards in the environment trash. Okay.
So what is that?
So currently, at the start of each environment turn, we will be taking 1 damage per card in the environment trash. So 1 hero will take 1 damage at the start of the next environment turn.
No, I'm sorry. I threw away excavator then.
It's fine. Any character can discard 1 card at the end of the environment turn. So basically right now to get rid of that. I don't think it's that threatening.
I don't
And
think
it's
so
also
either.
reducing incoming fire damage from all sources, which, oh, you have fire damage.
I only have 2 cards, so I prefer not to discard from
Do you
my
have
call.
anything you'd be willing to pitch?
I mean, I get rid of my last card to like get rid of the fire.
no,
anti-
See,
Because the problem is that, like, as long
Yeah.
as Oxygen Leak is in play, Harrison can deal basically no damage.
all right. I'll discard that.
First.
All right, there we go. Now the villain phase. He has nothing in play. Another mobile defense platform.
5.
He is once again immune to damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year.
I guess blessing.
How much damage can people deal to the mobile defense platform?
I can deal 1.
I can deal 3, and 1 card I have allows me to search through for an equipment card, so I don't know the deck all that well.
Okay.
But I can
I
probably
could,
find
I
a
could
damage.
deal 2 tops.
Harrison, how much damage could you do?
This turn?
Yeah.
I can deal multiple targets damage. I could deal 5 to 1 target, and then 1 to another. Can you only attack
Yeah.
this first?
Yeah. Technically, you can still target him. He just takes no damage.
No.
So what I'll go ahead and do, I'll play Lightning Flash. The mobile defense platform takes 5 damage.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Are you gonna use
And
your
then,
power?
yes, Grievous Hailstorm. It takes 2 more damage. So then it should be dead by the end of Harrison's turn.
Okay.
And then I will draw a card. Go ahead, Harrison.
I'm going to deal this 2 fire damage.
Mhm.
Then for this other card, which we'll maybe
this
debate.
Does my power stack?
Do we want to say
'Cause it
that
doesn't
I
say
can
remove at the end of your next turn or anything. Reduce the next damage over
deal this in whatever order, or do you think it necessitates I over damage one then do?
No,
I
it's definitely top down.
know.
So could I
Fine.
just do equipment?
Well,
Use
this-
my power to buff up
This
myself.
was 3
and
before?
just take no damage.
Yeah.
What instead I'm going to do, I'm taking that back.
Oh, you'll have that as Greg.
I'm using this to do. Was that 3?
I was at 3.
Okay. I'll do 3 fire damage to this
Okay. So it falls off.
instead. And I can do 1 fire damage to him.
Okay.
This is gone. Then I do 2 more fire damage to
There you go.
Baron
That's pretty
Blade.
Yeah.
effective.
That's good.
Draw a card.
We're pretty close. He's taking
So, Greg,
taking about a third of his health. Yo.
William had a question.
Yeah, so my power here says reduce the next damage that you would be dealt to the wraith, or reduce the damage that would be dealt to the wraith. Reduce the next damage that would be dealt to the wraith by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something I get rid of after my turn.
Right, because it's not. It's so like this thing was he can't deal damage until a specific
The
time.
end of my next turn.
Right.
Or-
That's just.
Does this
the
stack?
next time you would take damage, you take 2 less damage. So yes.
So I could. Okay.
The thing, so it can stack with itself, so you can increase the amount of damage that would be reduced.
Right.
But the next time you would take damage, no matter how much of that damage is prevented, all of it goes away. So
Okay.
if you would be dealt 1 damage, you would prevent that 1 damage, but you would lose every single stack.
Regardless. Alrighty, so I'm gonna play Impromptu Invention, which first of all, draw a card.
Okay.
He's MacGyvering this shit.
Okay, and then the other part is search your deck for an equipment card and either put it into play or your hand. Shuffle your deck. I'll shuffle my deck after my turn. Or well, I guess I have to shuffle it before because
you have to draw.
Yeah, because I have to draw.
Yerp.
It's limited.
But why? We're not officially sponsored by Budweiser or anyone, for that matter.
If you're interested, contact us.
Talk to that guy. He's our marketing manager. Recently promoted.
Yeah.
I don't know this deck at all, so I am looking through it.
That's kind of one of the things about the first time you play a hero, right?
Yeah.
So,
are we just trying to do damage, or
yes,
okay.
we are trying to deal as much damage to him as
We're
we
not trying
can.
to hamper him.
We're trying to kill him before he has 7 more cards in his discard pile.
Got it.
He's halfway to just winning.
Yep.
Granted, the reason he's halfway there is because he got that one thing that was like really good.
Yeah.
So we have to deal the rest of his damage and
7 turns, assuming
max.
he gets no further accelerants.
Yeah. I mean, so far we're pretty much
doable.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna play. Micro targeting computer, which increases projectile damage dealt by the wraith by 2.
Alright, that seems good.
These are projectiles.
Yeah.
So that deals 5 damage to.
Okay, see, bam, here we go.
Okay.
Now we're in business.
That's the end of my turn. I'm gonna draw my card, but I've got to shuffle first. So.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Jakub.
At the start of my turn, Absolute Zero deals each non-hero target 1 cold damage. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Focused Apertures. Dr. Stinson's upgrades to the team's equipment led to much greater efficiency in combat.
Greater efficiency combat, I'm about it.
Yeah, and so that means all of the cold damage I deal is increased by 1. And then I'm gonna go ahead and deal 2 cold damage to myself, which heals me.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Does it you heal instead?
When Absolute Zero would take cold damage, he regains that many HP instead.
That's so good. Because then it's not even just like counteracting the damage. It's like, nope, non-zero, like, eh.
You're just like, you know, you're going from, you're freezing the Iceman.
Right. Right.
And that's it, I drew a card.
Okay. Environment takes its turn. It's another pervasive red dust. Destroy equipment cards.
This is actually gonna work out for me.
Yeah.
I'm destroying the damage card, but this will work out.
And then
because I have another copy of it in my hand.
Baron Blade.
There we go.
Slash and burn. 1 shot. Baron Blade deals the hero target with the lowest HP melee damage equal to the number of players. Baron Blade deals the hero target with the highest HP damage equal to the number of players plus 2. So, how much health does everybody have?
I have 24.
24, how much?
18.
24.
28, you mean?
Oh, fuck, you're right, 28. Okay.
Also 24.
So I have the hot.
You have the highest, so you
Okay.
take 6 fire damage.
Okay.
And we're tied for the lowest. Is there
All
a
of us are
rule?
lowest?
We're all at 24.
Right.
Does that mean we all take damage?
I hope not.
Yeah,
And
that
I
would suck.
imagine. Oh, conflict resolution.
Rules Master Greg.
In any ambiguous situation, the players choose the outcome or order of operations. The slash and burn is the example. That's great. That's awesome. Okay, so who wants to take 4 damage? You can heal yourself.
Not anymore because I have to discard shit.
But you'll get it back as long as we
discard stuff.
I can take out. I would essentially take 2 damage.
That's a good point.
I think that might be the best way.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Alright, so you take 2 damage.
Alright.
Okay. And then that's his entire turn.
Alright.
I need to recharge, so I'm going to draw 3 cards.
Okay. Is that an action or is that a...
That was a 1-shot. And then for my power, I'll deal 2 cold damage.
Where'd I go?
And then I draw a card, and it's Harrison's turn.
There we go.
Charging just takes up your action slot.
No, charging was a card that he specifically had.
Oh, no, okay. I play living. Well, first I'll just attack him. 2 fire damage.
Well, you have to. I think you have to do it in order.
Yeah, you have to play a card and then use a power.
Okay. Well, I play living conflagration. Ongoing. 2 fire damage. Then can I use the power at the same turn or no?
Yeah. Yeah, you play a card and then you use a power.
No, this power of the ongoing card.
Oh yeah, you can use
it's a power.
You can use any power that is currently played. Yes.
Okay. Rod deals 1 target 1 fire damage, and I draw a card.
Hey, there you go.
Which is pretty good. I guess, am I allowed to use the character ability in addition?
No. 1 power per turn.
Okay, got you. Then I draw another card, and I have 2 again. Your turn.
Okay. Alrighty. I am going to go ahead and play a Razor Ordnance.
Okay.
So I just get another Batarang.
There you go.
And then I'll use that to deal 5 damage.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. See, there we go. We ramped up the damage.
And if I need to discard, I can just discard and get the same exact card back.
Perfect.
So.
Alrighty.
All right.
Because I can discard from in play, correct? To get rid of the particulate.
No, I think discarding has to happen from hand.
That's unfortunate, but I can still do that.
Yeah. Discard. Yeah, discards 1 play.
So start of my turn, I deal 2 cold damage to.
Guess what I just drew?
Nice.
I can discard it.
That's awesome.
Like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play Isothermic Transducer.
That's a thing, I guess.
Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals 1 target that much cold damage. Okay. So I'm going to deal myself 1 fire damage. And deal him 2 cold damage because of my...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Apertures. And then I'm going to draw a card. And then it's going to be...
at the start of the environment phase,
yes.
Do we... Are people willing to discard cards?
Yes. I'm willing to discard a card.
Alright. Harrison, you good to discard a card?
I'm okay with that.
Alright.
Okay.
Everybody who can and wants to may take 1 equipment card from their trash, put it back into play.
I have no equipment cards.
Same. You and me, man, we're all about the elements. And then this guy's over here who's all like, I'm about the elements too. And it's like, whatever, poser.
Alrighty, are we good with Smoke Bombs coming out? Which is redirecting lowest HP, any attack on the lowest HP to the highest HP.
Sure.
And reduces that damage by 1.
Okay, see, there you go. Now we're in business.
Yeah. And it's only a villain card that deals damage.
Taking back my suit.
Yep. If you're gonna be dealing damage to yourself, you gotta be able to heal
Yeah, well,
yourself.
this is only cold damage.
Right, but you can alternate.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Discard your equipment card.
Meteor Storm. All targets are immune to damage. At the start of their turn, a player may skip the rest of their turn to destroy this card. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's something we want to take
The
care
good
of.
news, alright, let's hope this is a damage card. It totally is. It's another slash and burn. We're all immune to damage. Nothing happens.
Oh, that's awesome.
Amazing. Okay. I am willing to skip my turn.
Yeah,
Just to get rid of that shit.
I can do 5 damage, Harrison. If you do 1 damage, we can take him out. Or if you can do 6 damage,
And
you can take him out then.
And I can do 2 damage anyway.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, sure.
I skip my turn. This gets discarded, and then it's Harrison's turn.
I play Blazing Tornado.
Ooh.
I'm going limited. I deal him 3 damage.
Alright.
Alright.
I draw a card. That was a power.
That's it.
Yeah.
Finish the job.
Alrighty. I'm just trying to think. I could play another card. Just keep myself.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah.
He's dying. If you don't kill him, I'm gonna kill him.
I will kill him. It's just this
Let's
is
kill
a
him now.
this is actually a pretty good card. So I will go ahead and deal 5 damage to
Baron
Baron
Blade.
Blade.
Okay. When Baron Blade would be destroyed, flip him instead.
He assumes the final form.
Vengeful Mad Scientist. When flipped to this side, restore Baron Blade to 30 HP.
Fuck.
Then put the villain trash on top of the villain deck. Put all 3 copies of mobile defense platform into the villain trash. Then shuffle the villain deck. At the end of the villain turn, Baron Blade deals the hero target with the highest HP energy damage equal to the number of players.
This is not you.
It's oh shit, it's not you anymore either. I think it's me, actually.
I've got 23.
I've got 24.
My reduced damage redirected this way by 1, I don't think applies. I think it's only
If the lowest player would take it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2.
How much damage do you take?
3. So all 3 of his like invulnerability nonsense are in the trash.
Okay.
But the slash and burns and all the other stuff that was pitched previously
Still
is
there.
back into the deck.
Okay.
And now Jacob.
Alrighty. Start of my turn, he takes 2 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead. Sure, I'll play some equipment.
Can I not play a card?
Yes, you can willingly not play a card. You can choose to not play a card. You can choose to not use a power. If you choose to do neither, you draw an extra card.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up, and I'm gonna take 3 damage, so that's 3 health, and get that back up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So your cold damage is increased by 2 now?
No, it's so what it is this increases my cold damage by 1, and this increases cold damage dealt to me by 1.
Ah, okay, interesting.
It also reduces the fire damage dealt to me by 1.
Ah,
So if I'm targeted by fire damage, it gets reduced.
that's pretty useful.
And actually, oh man, if he does fire damage,
Right, yeah, if you have the highest health, you would be targeted by fire damage with Slash and Burn.
and then I could use this to turn that right back onto him because this is a passive power.
Hell yeah, you could.
So
Okay.
yeah, and then I draw a
Draw a
card.
card. Environment turn.
Let's see what they got.
Maintenance level.
Yeah.
At the end of the environment turn, play the next environment card. At the start of the environment turn, if a player shuffles their trash into their hero deck, destroy this card. Oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When this card is destroyed, if self-destruct sequence is in play, put this card on top of the countdown pile. That's not bad.
All
So
right.
hello, 3 people.
So maintenance level hits the field, and then the environment phase ends. So now we put the next one into play. It's another oxygen leak. Cool.
I have a thing that can destroy an environment card.
Perfect. So
The thing is, I go after Harrison, who is the fire damage man.
So question: isn't there something that you can skip your turn in order to draw cards?
if you choose to neither play a card nor use a power, you draw an extra card during your draw step.
Okay.
So 2 total.
Yeah.
If you are forced to skip your turn or choose to skip your turn,
Yeah.
then you don't draw anything because you also skip your draw step.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying because like if Harrison is currently going to be unable to do any damage, he should.
Oh, true.
So
Yeah,
he
can just
draw 2 cards.
draw 2
instead.
cards.
Yeah.
Baron Blade.
Yes.
Whatcha?
Does she do?
Hasten Doom. Baron Blade deals each hero target 2 toxic damage. Play the top card of the villain deck.
So, does that activate my smoke bomb?
Read me the text of your smoke.
Whenever a villain card would deal damage to the hero target with the lowest HP, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP. Reduce damage redirected this way by 1.
Yes. So, in this case, whoever has the lowest HP takes no damage. Whoever has the highest HP takes 3 damage.
I have 22.
I have 24.
I have 26.
Harrison?
I have 22 also.
Okay. So, either one of you takes no damage.
And I take
Jacob
3.
takes 3, and I take 2.
Which one do you want to take less?
I mean, I'm fine with it. Sure.
Okay.
It's 3 damage.
It's 2.
No.
One of you takes none. One of you
I'll
takes
take the
2.
2 damage.
So you take
I
no
was gonna
damage.
take it, but
Alrighty.
And then we play the
Wait.
next card.
The first time the Wraith is dealt damage by a target each turn, the Wraith deals that target 2 melee damage.
Well, fuck. Yeah, you punch
There
him
you
in the
go.
face for
Boom.
breathing toxin on you.
Yep.
And then this gets discarded, and we play the next card, which is Blade Battalion. Minion. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, X melee damage, where X is the current HP of this card. So that starts at 5. So now we move to the end of the villain phase. Oh, no, excuse me, sorry. First, Baron Blade deals whoever has the most HP 4 energy damage, which is...
Still me, I believe. No.
23.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, it's you.
I have 20.
So
How
you
much?
take 4 damage,
oh shit.
energy, and then the new person with the highest HP, which is tied, I think, for Harrison and I,
No.
take 5 melee damage. Either way.
I'll take it.
Cool. Okay, so that's that.
Alright.
And now it's me.
Blade Battalion.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can do this.
As of right now, I deal a nice and even 5 damage, so I can take care of the Blade Battalion.
Okay.
Right.
I can also take care of Blade Battalion.
Well, you're. Is that including taking care of this?
What? Yeah, one is just, it doesn't have a power. It's a one-shot.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
Destroy one ongoing or environment card. There's no power connected to it.
And then his
Power
and then your
is
power. Got it,
deal
got it,
5
got it,
damage.
got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, in that case, since I don't have to worry about destroying these guys, I will play Electrical Storm, ongoing limited. At the start of your turn, Tempest deals each non-hero target 1 lightning damage. So, really, the way this is evolving, it looks like I'm AoE, which is kind of a shame that we haven't had more minions in play.
I mean, mine is also AoE.
Sure.
Same. Although only like in very large situations.
Non-period
Alright,
decks.
power. Each non-hero target takes 2 cold damage. And then Harrison, go ahead.
So Harrison, just so you know, your fire damage is reduced
By how much?
By 3,
by 3.
because there's no oxygen in the building anymore.
If you want to skip your turn, you get an extra card.
Yeah.
And I will take care of the oxygen next round. Or I will take care of the oxygen on my turn.
I can just skip a card.
Alright.
Well, yeah, I'll just skip my turn. It's
Alright.
the same result as using my.
Okay. So I will go ahead and play the grappling hook. Destroy the oxygen leak.
You use a grappling hook to destroy the oxygen leak. Oh,
I rope out and pull the piece of glass or whatever it is back in.
Yep, exactly.
You salvage the grappling hook for parts, which you use to patch up the oxygen leak.
Yep.
I do the Blade Battalion 5 damage, or should I direct that straight to Baron Blade?
Jacob, how much damage can
I
you inflict?
can do some damage, so you can direct that straight to Baron.
Okay, then I'll take 5 damage, or I'll shoot 5 damage. at
Are
Baron Blade.
environment cards in the trash considered in play or no?
No.
Okay,
Alright.
he's taken care of. I draw my card. That's my turn.
Okay, let's see. First off, both of them take 2 damage.
Would be great.
And then...
At this point, Blade Battalion doesn't have that much.
Right, it would only inflict 1 melee damage.
So, I have
Even if
a
it
question
doesn't die.
about how this would work.
Okay. Okay.
Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals one target that much cold damage, right?
Okay.
I also have a card that says reduce the fire damage dealt to Absolute Zero by 1. Do I do the reduced number or the regular number? Rules questions.
So this is the question, right? Like, when you are dealt fire damage, redirect. So,
well, I take
if
the
you-
fire damage and do the damage.
right.
So I actually do think that reduces this. Because it
So
says...
yeah, I think it absolutely does. So here's my question, or like here's the situation. You would deal 1 fire damage to yourself, but you reduce all fire damage dealt to you by 1.
Yeah.
So you would be dealing 0 fire damage to yourself, which means you would be inflicting 0 cold damage. However, you have something that increases the amount of cold damage you do. So does being dealt 0 damage still count as being dealt damage, therefore triggering you to deal 0 plus 1 cold damage? Or does being dealt 0 damage constitute not taking damage at all?
Thank you for coming in and joining us for a Saturday Night Rules Nut Fight.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. This is some like syntactic. Like, we need a rules lawyer.
We need a Leslie.
Yeah. Either way, it's 1 whole cold damage. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Well, it's just because of this card.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So first of all, I deal 1 target 2 cold damage. So I'm going to deal cold damage there, and then I deal a second target 2 fire damage. So kill that. And then I deal myself 1 cold damage and 1 fire damage.
Okay.
So 1 cold damage heals me up.
Yep.
And 1 fire damage is then reduced, and then
you're the player.
I'm thinking that it does.
whichever way you
It means that I didn't take any, so I can't redirect any.
If the damage dealt would equal 0, then the damage is just not dealt.
I think that that's the case.
That's reasonable.
And then so my actual power. I'm just gonna go ahead and give myself 3 health.
Seems pretty good.
Alrighty.
Alright. At the start of the environment turn, if each player shuffles their... Oh, shit. If each player... Yeah. Is there any reason anybody wants their trash to remain their trash?
No.
Cool. Alright. Destroy this card.
Put it all back in my hand.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Goes back into your hand by way of your deck.
Yes. This would suck for
Tachyon.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's part of the reason.
What's Tachyon's
Tachyon
power?
has a lot of cards with the subtype Burst. And a lot of her abilities get more powerful the more Burst cards are in her trash. So she wants to basically build up speed and then like discharge it all.
Yeah.
And if you obviously take all the Burst cards out of your trash, you lose momentum.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's probably what this card exists. Like, this is why this would conceivably be a bad thing.
Yep, exactly.
And then, it's another oxygen leak.
It's really terrible.
I should be able to discard the card this time, so that you'll be able to deal damage.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh shit! He's supposed to take 1 extra damage.
From what?
I forgot to add the 1 extra cold damage that I do.
All right. Living Force Field, ongoing, reduced damage dealt to Baron Blade by 1. I am hardly amused by your worthless attempts at competence. Oh, he's even talking to you. Oh, you gonna let him call you out like that, Ra?
Oh my god.
Let's end this fool. Okay. So that happens, and then at the end of the
I
turn,
think I'm over there too.
he deals
I'm in the background.
the character with the highest health, which is
No,
definitely
that's
you.
Tempest.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's me. What up?
So he's talking to both of you.
Elemental Bros. You take 4 energy damage.
I take 4 energy damage.
And then it's my turn. At the start of my turn, he would take 1 lightning damage, but he doesn't. And then no, wait, I don't draw a card. That's at the end. Ooh, actually, this is a really good way to do things.
Ooh,
so
I like good ways to do things.
Oh, it doesn't actually.
I'm going to play Into the Stratosphere.
Okay.
Select 1 non-indestructible villain card in play other than a character card, and put it on top of the villain deck. Tempest deals the villain target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. So, I target this. It goes on top of the deck, which means next turn we don't have to worry about a damage card coming out.
Yeah.
And he takes 2 damage. Because this has fallen off by the time damage is applied. Wait,
did you discard for the oxygen leak?
I did not. When does that happen?
You're supposed to discard.
Oh, it's at the start of the environment turn. Oh, shit.
X toxic damage, where X is the number of cards
Wait, actually, hang on a minute.
in the environment trash.
Oh, at the yeah. Sorry. Okay, no, this is gone because I would have at the time discarded otherworldly resilience.
All right.
And then, as my power, I deal 2 cold damage.
Cool.
Excuse me. Go ahead, Ernest.
If you can deal 5 damage, we can kill him.
I mean,
I can't
If you can deal any damage, we
deal
can probably kill him.
5.
Yeah.
Exactly. I used a 1 shot.
I can deal 5 damage.
Scorched Earth. He gets dealt, I assume, is 1 damage due to number of. Oh, wait, no. Environment cards in play. That's none at the moment.
Currently none.
None is useless. Never mind. I'm going to do the 3 fire damage move I have, and then I'll have 7.
Alright. That works.
And that's it. I don't draw a card.
Alright.
I'll suit yourself. So I heal up 3 for all that's worth.
Let's do it.
And then I'll shoot my Razor Ordnance at him, 5 damage.
Alright.
Draw your card.
Yeah.
And he's dead.
Jakub. Baron Blade has been defeated. Yeah, that was pretty. It was like, I think it.
There's a card called Trust Fund.
Okay,
Draw 4, discard 2.
I guess she does have a lot of money. All right.
It's like my secret ability.
I'm rich.
My secret ability. Money!
Yeah, I don't. Like, it seemed a little bit tough at the beginning. I think it wouldn't have been quite as big a deal if he hadn't got that 1 card that allowed him to just instantly put 4 cards into his discard pile. But it also would have been really bad if he'd gotten like 2 of those back to back.
Oh, for sure.
And we would have been like,
Yeah, we would have been a little bit screwed by that one.
But yeah, that wasn't really that bad.
Yeah, no.
I kind of like this character. Let's see. I don't think I like him as well as I like Parse. She was great.
Yeah.
I like the Wraith. Because I do like, it's a lot of first dealing damage and then also like affecting when the villain does damage.
Yeah.
So like 2 of the cards I played were,
I actually do have equipment.
I can redirect it from hitting the lowest HP hero to the highest HP hero.
Which is
and
really
if
good, yeah.
I
I
have
get
equipment
hit
too,
by
only
any
1.
means,
We just
then
didn't
I
draw it,
knock out 2 health on them. So
Yeah. Mine is interesting. I think that, I don't know, I think he needs a little bit more time to wind
I can
up,
heal.
maybe? He's really good at I think, being the tank, is my thought. Like, my character can definitely tank shit like crazy. Because I can keep regaining health all the time. Especially if we fight anyone who does any kind of cold damage or like fire damage to us. Like,
So do we want to draw different heroes if we're going to do a second round of this?
What time is it?
It is currently...
It is 8:35. I am probably going to head out.
Okay. Yeah. I can see it.
But, I mean...
It's been a long day of character creation.
Yeah.
3 days would be... Or 3 players would be fine. Yeah, so I was looking through this. I actually have some interesting stuff. I have equipment. I just didn't draw it. Increase damage dealt by Tempest to the villain target with the highest HP by 2, which is pretty great. And then at the start of your turn, select a damage type. All damage dealt by Tempest this turn is of that type. Reduce damage to Tempest of that type by 1 until the start of your next turn. So it's like very, like, he's got a bunch of different damage types. He can deal like cold damage, lightning damage, projectile damage, melee damage. Like, he's got a lot of versatility in his deck, and then he's also got power that heals all heroes for 2 HP. So I think he's just kind of a good all-around like AoE and support character.
Yeah, for sure.
Can literally have an Uber back to Idaho for free.
Loving that.
Is it for like how much is it actually?
It's like $3.30 or something, and then I have a $4 off promotion for like 10 rides or something. It's pretty good.
Nice. Nice.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Whenever that might be.
Yeah.
Well, probably on Wednesday.
Probably on
Yep.
Wednesday. It does seem likely.
Have a good night, everyone.
Sure.